I confess that I was surprised when I received the invitation to speak here tonight. I mean, I knew they weren't approaching me as an international sex symbol, right? Then Olivier told me that they wanted to try boring at this year's dinner, and I said, oh, I can deliver on that big time. Now you're talking my language. So here I am, your 20-minute sedative for the evening. There's been some squawking from the comedians, and I'm sorry about that. Frankly, I thought that those folks would have a little more of a sense of humor about my selection. After all, they are comedians. But we need them now more than ever during this surreal interlude in American life. As Will Rogers once observed, people are taking their comedians seriously and their politicians as a joke, and that certainly describes our topsy-turvy moment. You folks should always remember you are heirs to a grand crusading tradition that dates back to Ida B. Wells exposing the horrors of lynching. Jacob Riis, the misery of Manhattan slums. Lincoln Steffens, municipal corruption. Ida Tarbell, the machinations of Standard Oil. Upton Sinclair, the scandalous meatpacking industry. Rachel Carson, the dangers of pesticides. Woodward and Bernstein exposing Watergate, and the New York Times and Washington Post publishing the Pentagon Papers. This is a glorious tradition. You folks are part of it, and we can't have politicians trampling on it with impunity. My main theme here tonight is that relations between presidents and the press are inevitably tough, almost always adversarial, but they don't need to be steeped in venom. Campaigns against the press don't get your face carved into the rocks of Mount Rushmore, for when you chip away at the press, you chip away at our democracy. This is as good a time as any to take stock and rededicate yourself to the highest standards of journalistic integrity and accuracy. Donald J. Trump is not the first and won't be the last American president to create jitters about the First Amendment. So be humble, be skeptical, and beware of being infected by the very things you're fighting against. The press is a powerful weapon that must always be fired with reluctance and aimed with precision.